Alrighty, so since the news isn't out and I'm kind of just killing time until then, I was out of town this weekend, so I wasn't able to actually look at this when it came out. But I do want to look over some of the winning sort of contestants. This isn't like what skins are getting in the game. I think there's going to be another vote after this. But each of the Ragnarok OC characters have got 3 outfits that have won, like, I guess the preliminary phase, I guess, of the voting to see which one, like which costume is going to get added to the game. So I just kind of wanted to look through the contestants that kind of got this far with you and sort of, I don't know, talk about them a little bit, because I don't know, some of them are all right. I've honestly already looked through them a little bit, but yeah. Either way, we also hit 8,000 subscribers today, by the way, so that was really, really cool to see. I know that that's not like super huge milestone, but to me it still means a lot. So if you haven't subscribed or you're new to the game or anything like that, feel free to subscribe. I play the game every single day, so yeah. Anyway, let's hop into this thing. So the voting has been going on for quite a while now. They were even doing a thing on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, where the community manager would like pick a certain or well, it wasn't just on Twitter, I think it was on the forums too, but the community manager would basically pick one costume that he found each day and thought that it was cool, and if he picked it, I'm pretty sure they sent a couple of diamonds out for the character, or for the person who made the outfit, so that's pretty cool. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, since I don't want to read over this giant wall of text, I'm pretty sure each character is getting 3 outfits. One of them is made by a Korean player, one is by a Japanese player, and one of them is a global player. So we have 15 total. Let's go through them. So we have Sigurd first. I have to say, I think Sigurd does need a really cool costume, but I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, in all manners, I guess it would be my kind of outfit. Like, I like the way that it looks, and I guess it checks all the right boxes. I guess I'll have to just wait and see if this one makes it in to see it in game. But I have to say, it just, for some reason, something is off on this one to where I just don't like it the most. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge fan of the mask, to be honest. Like, Bond ended up getting a mask for one of his outfits whenever Purgatory Bond came out, and I thought that I would actually really like the mask because it would look cool, but for some reason I just feel like the mask doesn't work very well for some reason, just my personal opinion. So I'm not hating on this one. I still think it's kind of cool. I think the sword is really big, which kind of needs to be. I feel like that's the one thing that these other 2 outfits kind of don't do as well, is that the sword needs to be big, because Sigurd has like a great sword. But yeah, as far as the outfit goes, I think the outfit looks really good. I'm just not a big fan of the mask, and I don't know why. It seems like something is killing that one for me for some reason. This one I feel like wouldn't check the boxes for me. Like, I wouldn't like this one as much because I'm not really a big fan of like casual outfits, but for some reason I really like the way that this one turned out. I really like the coat design, how it has the longer thing like here where it goes past the like almost the elbow on the arm pieces. It reminds me of like a Bloodborne outfit, really. I think that the hat looks a little bit more cowboy than it should, if it was going for the whole like Bloodborne, I guess, aesthetic. But I do like the outfit. I think that this one actually looks really cool. I think out of all of them, I would prefer to have this one, maybe. The sword is a bit weird because it just reminds me of Leon's sword from Final Fantasy VIII, where it's like a gun blade kind of deal. I don't know, it doesn't really give off like a gun vibe, but for some reason just the way it looks like a gun blade to me, and I'm not hating on that. It could look really cool, just not really my favorite. Kind of threw me off. And then the last one, of course, is a Japanese style. I don't know what it is with weebs in Japanese style, but they mesh very well. And I'm not saying that in a bad way at all. I think that this could look really cool. The one thing that I don't like is I'm never really a big fan of these kind of hats. So if I ended up getting this, I would not use the helmet piece for this at all. Like, I've never been a fan of these like rice hat, I guess that's what they're called, sort of things. But that and the fact that the sword is a katana, and I think it just needs to be bigger. I'm pretty sure there is like a two-handed variant of a katana, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't think it would be called a katana, but there's like a two-handed variant of like the Japanese style sword, and I think that would fit a little bit better. I think that's just this one is lacking in the sword big department. So next up is Thonar, and I have to say there was one really good Thonar outfit that I can't remember where it was, but there was a really good Thonar outfit, and unfortunately it did not get picked as one of the finals, which is unfortunate. I can't remember exactly who did it or anything like that, but I remember seeing it on Twitter at some point, and I really liked the way that it looked, and I figured that the people weren't really going to be doing a whole lot of Thonar art, so that one was probably going to make it in, but unfortunately that one just didn't really make it, so that's kind of unfortunate. This one's okay. I don't really hate this one. I mean, it doesn't feel like it has anything, you know, like super interesting going on to me. But I mean, I wouldn't hate this one. I think it still looks fine. It's kind of weird that she has like a cat tail, like the plant. I'm not really sure what that's about. Like, I don't. Then again, she's literally just a backline unit for fighting demons, so she doesn't really need a weapon, I guess, because if everything goes correctly, you won't use her because she's in the sub slot. So that's kind of neat in that regard. This one is the winner. I'm dubbing this one the winner, and for very obvious reasons. I don't know what it is about like just this outfit design, but it's just right. They even gave an alternative, which I hope doesn't make it in. I hope we get this one if possible, because yes. But if the alternate one comes in too, honestly, it still looks really good as well. And I don't know, it's just boob. That's it. I mean, what else do you want from me? So that one's cool. This one, I really don't like the sword on this one. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. It's these giant circles. I don't know why that was the design choice. I guess to make it a little bit more interesting, which is fine. But it really reminds me. I just recently played through one of the Prince of Persia games, and the whole gimmick in Prince of Persia is like turning back time. And there's like a dagger in the very first game that has like a very similar design look to this, because you can use the little orbs to turn back time. That's all I can think of anytime I look at this, and I think that's really funny. The outfit in itself, not bad. I don't hate it. I don't really like the hair, to be honest, but it's fine. It's whatever. Out of all of them, I like this one. The Brunhild ones are pretty good. I really like Egyptian stuff. I don't know what it is about like the Egyptian style, but I think that it's really cool. So this one's a top tier one. I think it's honestly, it's really skimpy, and I don't want that to be the reason why it wins, but I like Egyptian stuff, so I think that that's really cool. But it's also very skimpy, which gives it I guess extra points in the community's eye, so maybe this one will get in, who knows. This one, I remember seeing a post on Reddit about this. There's apparently another gacha game that uses a character in this exact same pose, literally with the exact same like coat wave and everything, and they were pointing out that this art is definitely just a trace over that character, and I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing. Maybe they were just using that as like the reference to how they wanted the character to look in the fan art. But I think a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, like that. I don't think that's right. I don't necessarily think that's wrong, because I mean, the only thing that, you know, is weird about that is that it's literally like a one for one. Like if you look at this character and when you look at that character, the pose, everything is the exact same, but all of the like the clothing and design and everything for Brunhild here is original from what I can understand. I don't know if it was maybe taken from something else, if there is any sort of like weird, you know, copyright infringement or like, you know, art thievery going on, then obviously very bad. It looks okay. It's not my favorite outfit I've ever seen, but I don't know, there's weird stigma around this one as far as I'm concerned, so I'm not sure how to feel about it. And this one I absolutely hate. So I don't want this in the game, but no offense to the artist or anything, just I'm just not a fan. It's supposed to be Barbie themed, if I'm not mistaken, and I definitely see it, but I think that could be weird as far as like copyright issues with Barbie. I don't know. I don't like this at all. I think if anything, the first one is just right enough for me to where these two do not win in my book. But hey, whatever. Megelda is next. I actually really like this first one. This first one is actually super cool to me because, you know, it's got like cool like stars and everything on the weapons. There's even a constellation on the shield. I didn't notice that before, which is actually really cool. And I like this one the most. I'm going to say that up front, but everyone is going to end up voting for this one. I can feel it, and I am not a fan. Like the pom-pom as the shield, this stupid bugle as the weapon. The only reason people are going to choose this is because she's literally in a cheerleader outfit, and I mean, go nuts, I guess. But I do not like this. It's cool as like a piece of art, but I wouldn't choose this to go in the game personally. Just not a big fan of the, like, I wouldn't use this in game. I don't like it as like a character costume. But hey, man, do your thing, man. You know, vote for what you want. This one's also kind of cool. Not my favorite. It's kind of weird that she has a tennis racket when nothing else on this is really like tennis related as far as I'm concerned. So that's probably the biggest downside there. It's kind of cool that she has like a little flower shield, and like the fact that this is like a mesh, like see-through kind of mesh, and then you can see like the one piece thing that's underneath it. Honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. It's not bad at all. Hair's kind of cute, neat. Not my favorite, but still good. Scotty is next. I think this is the last one as well. I don't mind any of these if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, the second one seems like it's probably the coolest, but I feel like there's two distinct styles for Scotty. People either choose like Ice Queen or Goth Queen, and I think it still kind of carries over here. Like this one's a little bit more maybe like icy, where, you know, she's got the winter sort of hood. She's got a little bit more like blue going on, like a little bit more light blue for the ice and everything. She's got her little ice dagger and everything like that. Don't hate this one. It's not bad. Not my favorite, but it's, you know, it's all right. So yeah, this one hits, I think. She's got these cool like wing things that come down here. I'm only assuming that could be like some sort of cape or something. Like, it's not, obviously she doesn't have wings, but this one's like very dark, very I don't know, it's just really cool looking. I don't know what else to say there. Obviously there's not any sort of extra details like some of these other ones have, where it's like, oh, like this is the back view or this is the side view or whatever, and like you don't get to see a weapon or anything like that. So I don't know for sure how this one will end up turning out, but honestly I think as far as the outfit goes, this one's probably the coolest for me. But I actually don't hate this one. This one, even though this one kind of has that like dark sort of like goth queen sort of like look to it, I really like the Eastern style like garb that she has on. Like this one definitely shows the least amount of skin compared to the other two, but honestly I think this one looks maybe even the best. I think even though I was saying like, oh, this one's the best, I think this one might be the best overall. Like I like the hairstyle, I like the bun thing on her head, I like the, you know, I don't know, I just like the outfit the most. Like the dagger seems a little small in my opinion, but I don't know, kind of just is what it is. Can't do anything about it. But yeah, I just really like the outfit on this one the most, so I think that one would be really neat. But that is pretty much it. I don't have really much more input than that to go into it. Let me know what you guys thought of some of these outfits, because, you know, obviously if they do it like they did the OC characters originally, where they did the 3 different costumes that got into the game, I'm hoping that we get one for each character. Like I hope we get one for all 5. Obviously it was a little bit unfortunate on the timing of the release of Jormungandr, because she's not in the vote or anything, because she hadn't been released yet when they announced this outfit sort of thing. But I think that, you know, if we get one for every character, if we get one for all 5 of the characters that we can make art for, then honestly, that'll be really cool. And if they give them out for free through like an event or something like that, I think it'll be a really good time for people to grab them and just kind of have fun with getting free outfits and stuff like that in the game. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully they're free. If you got to pay for them, that'll be kind of a huge letdown, but I think that some of them are still cool enough to where you'll want to buy them. So I don't know. We'll just kind of have to see. So that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.